how was it for you debating a Muslim? How was it for you? Like the
Oh,
greatest
mate.
clip of all time. Are we quoting movies, bruv? Are we quoting fiction, bruv?
So, look, you have to understand, okay? It's a war of the mind. It's a psychological battle. The first thing you do, and this is the piety signal. This is the only piety signal that I'm gonna do. Okay, you have to pray. You do, but you can't pray like oh Lord Jesus Christ, keep us this day without sin. Like that's common. No. You need to talk to God. You need to say, listen, God, I'm being real. Listen, Lord, I need you. Seriously, I need you. You need to be authentic. You don't have to bloviate like me. Just be authentic, because He knows what you want, and He will never reject anything you ask for Him. Truly, in faith, you tell Him, God, look, I'm not the guy for this, but they've put me here and they want me to do this. Give me something. He said, okay. And as soon as I heard the okay, it was off to the races. Listen, I came up there. I said, it's going to be a sacrifice. I was the fifth person to go for Jesus being God. And I went to the bathroom beforehand and I talked to Uthman already. And so I said, okay, it's going to be cool. I went into the debate and we were talking and I noticed something. For Uthman, this was his dying gasp. You see, there are people that realize their career is doing that. And so because their career is doing that, they need a second wind. They need a spike again. So against all the odds, against even his better judgment, he says, let me get God logic on, let me get all the famous apologists on and just beat them somehow. And he tries to beat us by controlling the entire narrative. We're talking no open dialogue. The moderator has to favor him, like all of the stuff. Crazy. And the moderator didn't even want to favor him. She wanted to be impartial. Now, when I debated Uthman, for the first time, you see him crack. With God logic, there was anger, there was vitriol. Bro, they have a history of around 6 years. They've been rivals. God logic has been increasing and Uthman's been decreasing. And he hates that. Because for him, it's not about money. He doesn't care about the money. He was rich already. For him, it's respect. It's honor. It's power. And there's nothing that would make a man that desires these things more powerless than for a child to beat him. Right? A boy. Someone old enough to be his son. It can't fathom in his mind. He would hate that. And so when you have a person citing scholarship as easily as I did, and that's only by God's grace, and more than that, have a command over the material the way that I did, set something in his mind. He's not the authority on the issue in the room right now. Because before you hear the word Uthman ibn Farouk, you hear the word Sheikh. An authority, people that you're supposed to rely on. And he hates when anyone, in any sense whatsoever, is more authoritative than him. And so, every time I would say something about scholarship to him, anytime I'd make a point, anytime I'd raise a case, he became more and more childish. And for me to sit there with my little prayer open, I'm just looking at him, it's beautiful. The breakdown of a man, the downfall of a man it's a shameful thing, of course, but it's to some degree utterly exhilarating to see someone fall in such a way. You know, I'm often reminded of Christ when he sees Lucifer fall down from heaven. And the fall of Uthman, for a man that had so much power and authority and respect, to be broken down by an Orthodox Christian, no less, is something glorious. And for you to be an authority, a scholar, who spends all his time reading, to quote movies? Seriously? I couldn't believe it. And then he lies on footnotes? Footnotes that we all read? And he lies on movies? Movies we've all seen. And so I think I encapsulate my words in the phrase, I like you. You lie a lot.
Yeah, I was about to say
And,
that. The way your
you know,
quips are insane. You're just like, I like you, Uthman. I like you. You lie a lot, but I like you.
listen, bro, like, I like you, man. You lie a lot. Like, this is the thing. He does, you know? And ultimately, the reason I came off so harsh, and I don't like coming off harsh, but the reason I did was because shout out to this person who needs to speak for Christ. He treated her so horribly. So horribly.
You talking
And
about the
we
moderator?
all no. I'm talking about there was a black girl that went and debated there.
Mm.
She was actually the first one to step up to debate. She wasn't the third or fifth one they put. She was the first. And Uthman treated her so condescendingly, so horribly. And me, Logic, Elijah, we all looked at each other and said to ourselves, we will never let him do this again. From then on, and then he treated Albie like trash as well. From then on, it was full court pressure. God Logic calls ISO. He's like, yo, get the hell out the way. Everybody get the hell out the way. It's on me. He goes in, gets the Sheikh clip. Insane. Eli goes up, talks about how it was in all caps, debunks him in 10 minutes. Okay? Consensus, winner. Gets to the point where Uthman tries to read the prompt again, and this is my favorite line from Elijah. He said, listen, it's not going to change if we read again. It's not going to change if we read again. I said, yeah, get on him, yeah. Washed him. And then I step up. And everyone's been giving arguments, really scriptural arguments. And I said to myself, he doesn't deserve that. He does not deserve my respect to engage with him on a confessional level.
Uh-oh, he took the glasses off, chat.
And so I said to Uthman, okay, well, I'm not going to merely play the game that you want. Because when I debate, that person, that kind of person, and when that kind of person debates other people, you're not playing the odds, you're playing the man. And you need to understand the man before you can debate him. The one thing he wants to keep is his sterling reputation. He needs it. It's all he lives for. So I don't need to debunk him. I don't need to show good argumentation. Elijah did that already. And I did show amazing argumentation, don't get me wrong. What I need to do is laugh. That's it. Demons hate it when you don't take them seriously. They hate it. They hate it. They hate the fact that you're not scared. They hate the fact that you'll just run to Christ. They hate the fact that when bad things happen, you're like, haha, glory to God. Yes. A bad thing happened to me. Yes. Okay, now I can pray. Let's go. They hate that. They want you to be depressed. Okay? Now, with Uthman, it was almost as if he just gave me what I wanted, barbecue chicken. And it was a fasting day as well. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this. I said to myself, okay. I said, before we can even say if he's God, does he claim to be God? So now the claim changes from whether he is God, because he can do this whole idea of, oh yeah, he's divine, he's all powerful, he has the divine nature, but he's not God. Very, very stupid. So I said, okay, does he claim to be God? And he says, I'm the Almighty. And then he's like, I don't know, that's a bit vague. You could have Almighty Norm and all that, Mighty this and that. And there are certain moments in your life where your heart connects with something deeper. And it was at that moment that I saw something which was his own downfall. I can't describe this to you, but I just knew something had to give, and something did give. And that something was Uthman. And when Uthman said Bruce Almighty, that one time, for the first time in that entire discussion, I was genuinely confused. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wait, hold on. We've seen it, and mind you, the whole panel had been quiet until then. Okay, like everyone had been giving, arguments like that, but no one had gotten up from their seat or cheered or anything. Maybe when Logic was doing it, but that was about it. When we all heard Bruce Almighty, everyone laughed. Logic laughed. Elijah laughed. Abraham laughed. Anita laughed. Bell laughed. And everyone in the back, Sean laughed. Sean, the atheist, he laughed. He's like, wait, what? Because we've all seen the movie. We were like, hey. Because that was the one time he couldn't lie about it, right? Like, every time he's lied, we've had to catch him after the fact. You know what I mean? So he would lie, and then we'd have to find him again at a different point in time to catch him on the lie. The Bruce Almighty moment is special, not because of how funny the movie is, which it is, but because for the first time in 10 years of this guy's prolific career of lying, of misquoting, of throwing shade on people, of misapprehensions, of running from debates, for the first time, he was fact checked live. Everyone did it. And it was that moment that Uthman felt small. He wasn't a scholar. He wasn't a sheikh. He wasn't even a Muslim. He was Uthman. And for the first time, nobody took him seriously. We didn't hate him. We didn't even feel sorry for him. We just laughed because it was funny. And that was it. Yeah, that was the breakdown. Yeah,
That was hilarious too. Like how apart from Almighty, like Jesus says, "I am Almighty." How are you not claiming
yeah,
divinity? And then he goes ahead and says, "Oh, you can quote all kinds of things like Bruce Almighty." And then you were like, "The reason why he's called Bruce Almighty was because he's God." What are you like to
yeah. Like, bro, what are you talking about? What you talking about?
like?
And yeah,
I
yeah,
genuinely found I was like dying laughing. I had to replay that clip. I saw the shorts first, and I'm just like, this can't be real. This cannot be a real Muslim quote right now. So I had to watch the entire debate, and I'm just like, no, this actually did happen. This is
yeah.
insane.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing about this as well. A lot of people, like the Muslims, he was trying to clip farm. So you could tell that he was trying to clip farm. A lot
He
of us
was,
didn't
yeah,
come for clip farming,
yeah.
but he was trying to generate clips. And this is why someone put up $10,000. I'm not going to say who, allegedly. Someone put up $10,000 of their own money to generate clips to make him look good. Now,
That
yes,
failed
yes.
miserably because even the moderator was like, "Well, this is what happened, and like we can't really use semantics, we can't use like all of these things." And then Uthman said, "Yo, I agree," and then the moderator
Yeah,
said, "No, that's against you."
that's against you, right? Like, it was so stupid. And the thing is, as well, all of these things, again, you have to understand his psychology. All of these different things, from me debunking him, from everyone laughing at him, from the moderator herself just saying, bro, you don't know what you're talking about. It reinforces the idea that he's not supposed to be an authority on this. He's the most inauthoritative person that you've ever seen. Okay? And so that's compounded with the final moment that I like with John 5, where I try to show that Christ and the Father are equal, as it says in John 5:18. And I knew he was going to do this, says, "Oh, let's read verse 19. I want to keep reading. I want to keep reading." And he did. And I said, oh yeah? If you don't keep reading until verse 23, call him out on it. And we kept reading. And the more he read, you would notice, if you could tell by his reading patterns, he got worse at reading. Did you notice that? Like, did you notice like the stutters he was giving? Because the truth was dawning on him. Like, it's part of this psychological degradation that he's experiencing in 40 minutes in real time by a person that doesn't claim to be a sheikh. And so as he's reading, if you look to his left, he sees God Logic laughing up a storm. He looks behind him, Elijah Johnson standing up, giving it this, let's go. He looks to his right, he just sees me smiling like this. You know?
With all of my acne, with all of my acne and everything, bro.
All of my acne, you know what I'm saying? And it's dark. It's dark. So when he sees that, everything for him is signaling for him to leave the room. He just wants to leave. He wants to get this over and done with. And he can't. And this is why afterwards, we had a break. We had a toilet break because he needed to go to the toilet. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty interesting. Yeah.